This episode is sponsored by Moonlight Liquor, located 265 North Moonlight Road, Gardner, Kansas. Open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Moonlight Liquor is the biggest around with a square footage of 10,000 feet. They carry 48 cooler doors full of domestic and imported beer, a huge craft selection, including local breweries, also accessible through the walk-in cooler. They carry a wide selection of domestic and imported wines, including local wineries and an organic and sustainable wine selection. And of course, a massive selection of spirits and liqueurs.
And for you cigar fans, like myself, Moonlight Liquor has a walk-in humidor that carries a nice variety of over 30 cigar brands. With that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Mawcast.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Like that?
Welcome back. Welcome
Not too long, is
back.
it?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Okay. You like that?
I don't know if we're going to get flagged.
Do you know where that's from?
Hold on. Huh?
Where is that from?
It doesn't matter where it's from.
Yes, it does.
How can we get flagged?
Because we don't own that because we're
Son,
a
it was
podcast.
only like 7 seconds long.
It recognizes it.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I did one of the post earlier and it got flagged because of like copyright issues.
What post?
One of the other ones I had to take it down because
Something that we did?
some that I did, yeah.
Oh, really?
I added a little something extra in and it was copyrighted. So depending, like it may or may not be okay.
Let's just take a chance.
Oh, okay.
No. If we get sued, then
We won't get sued because we don't make money from it. But
Oh, well, that's true, too.
either way, still.
Yeah, whatever. I thought it was cool. Well, because there's another intro that uses that. No, not uses that. But I mean, there's another song by it's a rapper. I can't remember now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest, Mr. Manny Talavera.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, Manny. That's my first question. What are we gonna call you? Because I knew you as Manuel. People know you as Manny. Some people call you the manatee. No, I don't know. Is it just
the
brother?
man?
My family
That's
calls me-
right.
everyone
Everybody calls
me
you brother.
Right.
Yeah. How's
Even when
Yeah.
they're not.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's start with that. How did brother come along? Your sister?
Well, there had to be
Right?
another sibling for it
Right,
to be a brother.
Allegedly, when I was younger, my sister's about 2.5 years older than me.
Yeah.
My sister couldn't say Manuel. So my mom used to say, "Look at your brother." When I was a baby, look at your brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
27 years later,
Still.
my parents, my niece and my nephew now, my grandparents, everyone.
Everybody
me
calls you brother.
Right. But then Manny kind of developed as I went to Ward, non-Hispanic people. And they just started calling me Manny. And at first, my mother was not a fan of it.
Really?
She hated it. When I played sports,
Yeah.
we'd get in the car after the game, like freshman year, and we'd go home. And she goes, "I hate when they call you Manny. Your name is Manuel."
Well, they look at it and they go, manual, like the instruction book?
Right.
A
Exactly.
Like
manual?
a manual? Isn't that spelled differly?
That's A-L.
Oh, see, there you go.
M-A-N-U-A-L.
U-A-L, yeah.
E-L.
Still, I mean, they're going to read it either way.
I know, right?
Go
So,
manual.
a manual.
Is there a manual in here? I think maybe in one of the desks.
Yeah, in somewhere, yeah. Yeah, I was, of course, that was going to be my first question. It's like, yeah, what do we call you? Because, like I said, back in the day, you know, I think I even called you Little Manuel.
Right.
Yeah, that's what, you know.
And some people still call me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Dang, so you got all kinds of names. Just go with
I just
the flow.
respond. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. So, are you surprised that you're a guest that I asked you?
A little bit.
Are you?
Yeah, but I was ready to go when you texted me, so I
Yeah.
was ready.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I've been
cool.
watching the show, so
You're one of the youngest ones of our crew. I think the youngest one is still Will, right?
Technically, but he was with his dad, so singular, just guessed itself, yeah.
Yeah. So you just deserve an applause. Can you give an applause, please? Yeah.
And applause for being young.
there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's keeping you busy these days, man?
I work a lot. I work for United Airlines, so I'm creeping up on 7 years with that.
Nice.
So doing that, I just started last year. I do the private planes, the private charters on the side. So I do Chiefs, any NFL team that will fly United Airlines. I did the Broncos a couple weeks ago when they come into town.
Yeah.
They usually come in the day before. We meet the plane. All the players come off at an undisclosed location at the airport. All the buses come in. You know, they got to get screened by K9. It's a whole scenario.
No way.
Yeah. So then the buses come 45 minutes before the plane comes in. So I get to see all those guys. That's pretty cool. And then right after the game, I'm at the stadium. We wait outside the locker rooms. The guys come out after they shower, talk to the media.
Yeah.
Usually I'm just the guy with the sheet of paper in front of the bus. Okay, your name is Russell Wilson. Okay, I got you. And then
So
you're meeting a lot of famous people.
yeah.
You see a lot of people. So literally, when they come off the bus or I'm sorry, the plane or wait, is it literally a private plane? So
It's a private
Is there
United Airlines
plane-
planes. It's only the players, coaches, team doctors, sometimes some media, some Denver media people. Where I did the Broncos this year and I did the Raiders this year too. It's a rotation of guys, so it may be me one time, it may be
someone else
colleague
that
I
will
work
do
with.
it.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
But
that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
And then I do baseball as well, but that's done at downtown airport. So I get to go to the downtown airport. It's a smaller plane, so that airport's a little smaller, obviously. So that smaller plane can take off. So on a baseball plane, generally a private baseball plane, they usually got about 60 guys. Team wise, I get on that private plane.
Yeah.
Football, about 180.
Damn.
Wow.
So the plane's a lot bigger. Obviously,
Yeah.
you get some of these big NFL guys. They can't sit right next to each other. 'cause
Right. They
they're
need a whole. They need a whole row to themselves.
exactly.
Or they just stand up in the middle of the aisle.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So you said the dog sniffing dogs. What do you call them?
K9, yeah.
The canines. They literally have to.
So they're outside the gate usually, and then whenever we get there, me and my supervisor, we go, and then we got to call the airport police. Okay, we got buses at this gate. We need a canine to sniff them before the buses pull on the airport property. So then the buses will pull in. We got equipment guys. There's like 3 big old moving trucks. These guys got.
All their equipment.
All their
As soon
equipment,
as the plane lands, the buses are right there. These players are ready to get off this plane. They go to the hotel the day before the game, but we're usually there at least an hour before, watching all this stuff come off. And they got three big moving trucks full of equipment.
Dang.
Then as soon as the game's over, same thing. We're waiting for that equipment.
Do you see the equipment as well?
I mean, they're just in big old freaking
Like trailers,
exactly
like trailer boxes. Yeah.
So you can't see what it is, but like baseball,
Yeah.
you know, everything's bats, balls, hats, you know. So it's
Uniforms, everything.
exactly.
One day you may have to, do Kansas City a great favor. If the Bills come here and you happen to walk that, hey, double check that. Send the dog back over to him. I think that player right there. What's your name? Allen? Something
Right.
Allen? Hey, come here real quick. We need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not leaving here tonight. Sorry, you can't make the game. I don't know what to tell you, pal.
Jersey come up missing or something.
Right, exactly.
Wow. So I guess one of the rules that they have on you is you can't ask for autographs,
Don't even
no pictures,
have your phone out. Don't
not
do any
even
of that. Right. Yeah.
You got to be
Right.
professional, right?
Right. But then you see, like, I've done the Chiefs quite a bit. I mean, some of the guys,
Some of them start to get friendly with
right?
you.
Hey, how you doing? But then sometimes you get
They come off the plane. Hey, it's brother.
Yeah, some of them know you by now.
right. Some of them just, they got the cameras following them, so they try to stay pretty professional. Like guys are following them with cameras. They just, got their headphones in or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like I said, we just stand there with the sheet. Obviously, everyone knows he's Patrick Mahomes. So
Yeah.
okay, you're good. Yeah. Kelsey, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't see those guys, do you?
Yeah, Chiefs fly United Airlines, so we do them too.
So even if they're in town.
If they're going to an away game.
So if they're going away,
So they play
you watch
Sunday,
them all,
they'll leave Saturday the day before.
and then when they come back in town,
They'll come back the night after, right after the game's over.
yeah,
Come off that plane. There's buses right there waiting for them. A lot of them have drivers waiting right there for them.
yeah. So you and your colleagues. So is it just like maybe just two?
Two or
of you?
three of us at a
Do
time.
you got which one ever says, "Oh wait, the Broncos"? Hey, wait, I'm a Bronco fan. I want to see these guys come on.
I mean,
Is there anything you ever?
I don't know if there's any Broncos fans around here, but
Unless we can talk about that,
Right.
then we don't.
No,
we won't
no.
talk about it.
I mean, like sometimes because I work at 3:45 in the morning, so sometimes it's like the Chiefs play Sunday night,
Yeah. And then
at the Chargers in LA.
Yeah.
The game's over at 10. By the time they get on that plane, they're gonna get here at 12:30 at night. I'm like, if it's assigned to me, I'll talk to the other guy who's in the afternoon. Like, dude, I don't want to be here at 12:30.
Yeah.
Come
Okay,
for an
so you
hour,
guys
be
can-
done at 1. What am I gonna do for 2 hours before I go back to work? Like, so we negotiate with each other like that. a
That's
lot of
cool.
times.
How'd you get this gig?
One lady who used to do it retired with COVID, and then the spot opened up, and the supervisor asked me if I was interested in it. So
Heck yeah.
it just kind of got passed down to me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Starstruck?
Oh, Star
Are you starstruck anytime? I mean,
I don't
somebody
think
comes out.
anymore at first. You know, you see.
So some of them you've already seen
yeah.
7 years.
Yeah, like I just started last year doing it.
Oh.
But like, you know, like the first time you see Mahomes, you're like, wow, like he's like six, he's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
don't
huge.
think he's that big, and then like,
Well, he's like 6 foot, right? But then his hair makes him about 6'5".
probably right.
Yeah.
And then we do baseball. Like I seen Otani from the Angels last year, and he's like 6'5", 6'4".
Well, hell,
You never notice how big he is because the Angels flew us. So
Yeah.
I met them when they came in town last year at downtown airport. So that's all outside. So they just come off the plane right there, and the buses are right there.
yeah.
And you see this big old dude, and you're like, I didn't even know he was that big. You know?
What about Aaron Judge? You ever seen him?
I think the Yankees have their own plane.
Oh, they have to.
They
An
fly-
organization
they
like
fly-
that, they
they
play,
fly right
they
in the
fly
Colorado.
private. Yeah.
They in the Kaufman.
Right, yeah.
Just fly right.
They land on the field.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, that's pretty cool. A lot of hours though. I mean, you pull in more than 40 hours.
Oh,
a
I mean,
week, or-
doing stuff like that, that's like, it's overtime. But I mean,
yeah.
when am I really, I'm not really doing too much. A couple
Right.
times though, like if they're leaving, you know, planes hit maintenance delays or
Oh
you know,
yeah.
something's wrong with the plane. And then I've heard stories before, luckily not me, but like coaches or like the guy who's organizing the flight for the team was like, what's going on? Like, what's taking so long? And the guy,
Yeah.
like my coworker told me before, like, well, I'm just the guy checking the sheet with the
Yeah,
names on it. Talk to the,
right?
talk
I know,
to the
right?
repair guy. I'm just sitting here. Right.
Do I look like the pilot?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. You think the engineer will be staying out here in the cold,
Right.
waiting on you guys? No, come on. Don't yell at me.
And then a couple times, yeah, I'm stuck in the rain or it's snowing or
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice or it's 100 degrees out in the summer.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there waiting for these guys to show up.
So with your clipboard and your pen.
Like
Nice.
Sometimes
and
a
a counter. You
flashlight.
have a counter too. You make sure everybody.
flashlight, you know.
You got the cones that like the.
You ever tell any of them stand aside? Excuse me, you need to stand over to the side, please.
So that's the thing. Sometimes they do
Call the dogs.
randomly get screened. So
Here comes the dog. Okay.
big.
It's a lot louder.
That was hella loud. And then you get one of these. No, maybe not.
I don't get it. Why? Because you
I don't
knocked
know.
out.
Yeah. Man, how old are you?
I just turned 27 in August.
27. So you're older than Mario, my son Mario then. Yeah.
How old is he?
26.
26.
Yeah.
26.
It'll be 27 in April.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I, we go way back,
Yes.
we go way back. Yeah. And I have something, I have a little something I need to show you here. And then like I met your family, your dad, your uncles, everybody through softball,
Right.
fast pitch softball. Right. And, I'll say it now, your family's great. The Talaveras, they're,
Thank
in
you.
my book, they're number one.
Thanks.
Yeah, they've helped us out. My family when we're needed, when something's needed, they're
Right.
there. It's awesome. So I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So fast pitch softball, the family team,
Right.
state line locals, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you know much history of that?
Not much.
Not to put you on the spot.
Right.
I was just wondering. If
I
you
hear
did
like
or
some
not.
people talk about like names, like, oh,
the
like,
guys that
obviously,
come
like,
through.
Johnny Hernandez, like he still helps my dad. Like obviously my dad pretty much runs our team.
Your dad's
Him and my Uncle Paul
Okay.
do a lot of things for our team now. So like Johnny Hernandez, he, oh, we used to do this back, everyone reminisces. Back in
Yeah.
the day we did this and, Coke, everyone knows Coco,
Yeah. Ooh, that was close.
You
'cause
threw me off there for a
'cause
second.
You said Coke.
He
and I'm
said,
like, oh.
Coke. Oh, that was
Coco,
back in the day.
Yeah.
Probably not too
I
far
remember.
off, right?
yeah. I know who Coco is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember watching your dad, your brothers?
Oh
play?
yeah, my dad. Yeah. Well, I played with my dad like
Oh, so you got a chance to
the
play with
last
them?
like 2 years or so before
okay,
my
well,
dad retired.
Yeah,
and
pretty
quit
much. Your
playing.
dad. It was not too long ago, right?
It's crazy to believe, but I think I'm approaching coming up. I've almost been playing like 10 years already.
10 years.
because I
Yeah.
started playing. I think right before my senior year of high school baseball.
Okay. Yeah.
Going into my senior year, I played fast pitch,
Okay.
like my first year playing, and then
Yeah. So, were you a bat boy? Did you do
when I
the
was
bat
younger,
boy?
I remember when I was younger, we'd be at Shawnee twice a week
Right.
for the league nights. Tuesday, Thursdays.
Tuesday, Thursday night.
And if I think really far back, I remember even a little bit going to Santa Fe.
Yeah, on
sometimes.
Wednesday nights.
And I hated going to Santa Fe because
Why
they
is
didn't
that?
have a playground.
Well, I
Shawnee
mean,
Park had a playground.
yeah.
Santa Fe just had all them concrete rocks in the parking lot.
I know,
That
yeah,
was all you could do.
the freaking the gravel.
Yeah, and then
the gravel, and
like
then- and
random
then-
things of sand that you just run up when we were younger, and that was it.
Hills will say, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you could go play in the street. That was a pretty busy street back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of hidden. The park was hidden. I don't know if you remember that park, Santa Fe.
Santa Fe.
Yeah, that was the park that Albert and I were talking about in the last episode.
Right across the street from Steiniger.
Yeah,
On Metropolitan.
the Turner baseball fields.
It's definitely been a while since I've been there.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's not even used anymore. I think kids use it nowadays.
It's kind of like a lot now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to see your grandpa play?
No. At an old timers game in Newton.
Oh, you did. Oh, so he did get to do
that
some of
was-
that.
I seen
Okay,
that
you know
before.
what? Then that's cool.
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
to see him play
Yeah.
a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
because I remember. And your grandpa, I mean, he was, in his coaching gear. He was coaching, and there was times that you guys didn't have enough players.
Really? Yeah. See, that was a
Your
little before
grandpa,
my
he would-
time.
Yeah, he would put the glove on and he'd go to right field, and
Really?
I mean, it was and it was just a body out there,
Sometimes
and then
that's all
he'd
you
come
need,
to
right?
hit, and it was for me, it was cool to watch because I never got to watch him play, and it was, of course, it was the late years, but you know what,
Right.
your grandpa was like, you know what, I still can play, damn it, and give me a glove and I'm gonna go out there. So
Right,
it was, it was a cool times, to watch him play, and everybody, just thought it was cool.
Right.
you
Oh, yeah,
know?
I'm sure.
Yeah, because my dad had to do the same thing. There was times that we didn't have enough players, and he was in his jeans, and
Right.
he was like, "Give me a damn glove," and
Well,
they'll go to right field.
Right.
Right field was just a
My
spot to
dad
go
actually
to.
had to play a game this year.
He did.
We went to Hutch.
Uh-huh.
We had a 9:00 game, and Hutch is the weekend before Newton. So
Right.
it's like not a lot of people like to go to Hutch. That's
Yeah.
the struggle to get people to go, making that trip back to back weeks. So
Yeah,
we're short on guys. I think a couple of our guys had running late in traffic.
yeah,
It was game time. We had 8 guys.
Yeah.
I think my dad had to play first for like the first 2 innings.
right.
And he came up with the bases loaded. I remember this. We won't talk about what he did, but he came up with the bases loaded. He had a chance.
Yeah, he had a chance to bust it open.
If he
or-
would have hit a grand slam, he probably would have had to play. I wouldn't have let him quit. I probably would have been like,
right,
what?
keep playing.
Right.
But is that the tournament you guys won?
This year, yeah. We
Who'd you guys beat? You can say it.
We beat the Indios. Yeah.
Yeah,
We had a pitch. We had a pitcher from the Outlaws.
Okay.
Humberto Valdez. He pitched for
Oh,
us.
he pitched for you guys.
Yeah,
that
and
day?
he's that kid
Yeah.
for being only 20 or 19, however old he is. I think the sky is the limit for his potential.
What's he doing now? I mean,
He lives in Mexico,
but
but the guy who runs the Outlaws, he'll come in the summer and live with
stay with him.
Mikey Borges.
Okay.
So he'll live with him. And then for some reason, I don't think they were playing that weekend.
Okay.
So we call him up like Thursday night. Hey, do you want to play? Of course, he's 19. He's like,
hell yeah.
if you pick me up, I'll play.
Yeah.
Send me the address.
No, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah. Congrats on that. That's pretty good. You have any good memories there at Shawnee Park? I mean, like you said, I mean, whether you played or you watched your
Right.
dad or you were out there playing with your cousins
Right.
or
And I mean, it's just a lot. I went from playing at the playground, and then all the Garcia kids are playing right there in the grass, right there.
on that baseball
Exactly.
field, right?
Because I'm younger than like Jordy and all them,
Yeah.
and like sometimes you play with them because they're bigger, so it's like I'm younger than they are. Sometimes
Yeah.
you play with them, and then as time went on, next we're on the big field playing against
Right.
each other. I think I played maybe 2 or 3 years of league night before it officially
When
died
it
out.
all
Right?
died out.
Yeah.
When it dissolved, and that's shitty. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I guess I was going to ask if you ever remember. Did you ever get to play at like at Mulkey Park? That's the one that.
Well, they
off
fixed
of
it up
Summit?
now,
Yeah, it
so we
looks-
play up there now. But before, I think I might have played there one time.
Okay.
When
Before
it was, when it
fixed
was real bad. It was real in bad
real
shape.
bad, and there was houses across the street from it. It was really bad. But no, they did a really good job
Now,
of fixing that park up.
That's probably one of the best fields around in the metro now, I would say.
Yeah.
With that, it's different because they have a grass infield, almost like a high school diamond.
Yeah.
Like around the pitching, it's all grass.
Did they ever do anything with the outfield? I mean, did they scoot it back a little bit, or is it all the same?
The fence is higher now.
Oh, it is.
I don't remember before how far the fence was before that, but
Yeah.
it's really it's a same level fence. So I guess
all
that's
the way-
better than what it was before.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I've been up there. I played up there. The only home runs I ever got up there it had to be in the park because
Really?
I couldn't hit the damn ball. If I hit it in the gap and I was fast back then, I give me a home run. It depends. And it's usually the old guys out there in the outfield, so
Right.
I take advantage of that. Like playing at Clopper Field. I don't know if you remember when there was a baseball diamond down at Clopper Field.
The last thing I remember about Clopper is the big yellow bleachers.
See, so
They
you
had
do.
the big bleachers, but I don't remember there being a baseball diamond there.
It was right next to it.
Really?
Yeah.
It might have been dissolved, but as I grew up, but the bleachers were still
Yeah,
there.
it was bleachers, yeah, because they ended up knocking those down. I
Right.
mean, but that park was, that's what everybody remembered about Clopper Field was the grandstand. It was all concrete and then, like I said, and the field was right next to it, and that was another fun place to play because it was like if you hit a ball in the gap, you're guaranteed a home run if you're fast. Then I had to get my home runs through there too. You hit it in the gap, and yeah, those are good times.
Yeah, swinging for the train tracks.
Did you play? No, there'd be a foul ball.
Oh, I guess
I had many of those in the tracks.
Yeah, because the bleachers are like in the back corner, right?
Yeah.
From what I remember.
So,
So it was perpendicular to the train tracks.
The bleachers were right down first base line.
Gotcha. Right.
So then, to the left, third base was the railroad.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So, man, but yeah, a lot of good times playing against you guys' family, and we're probably the only two teams that are, I think, still left.
Most likely.
Locals and Los Indios.
Yeah. Right.
You
And-
mean like that's
course,
still
and
like
it's- and
generational
it's-
family or
Yeah,
like,
literally, yeah, the Talavera family. That was their ball team, and it still is to this day.
right.
And then ours with our family.
And every other team is just kind of picking up players here and there. And then just
Yeah, and then-
scrounging
It's kind of a
up.
dying game.
Yeah. It
you know?
sucks, but
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But like I asked, any memories there at Shawnee Park, just playing playing there at the.
I always
Do you remember the was the merry-go-round still?
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
That was still
yeah.
there. Oh man, we used to see so many people fly off of that on purpose. They would throw about 30 kids on that. And you remember that?
yeah.
that was
that was it.
intimidating.
It
yeah,
was. All the younger ones everybody gets on and holds them to a bar, and then when the older kids would start running,
Yeah.
and then they'd all start just going as
flying
fast, and
off.
then you're just watching kids
It
go.
became a game to see who last man standing.
Who can hang on
was.
the longest? Right. Yeah.
It was so, I'm pretty sure, unsafe. Like, it was really wobbly at a certain point. Like, it was not secured properly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So not only do you play softball, but you're a kickball player too, right?
I picked that up over the summer. Yeah.
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 Did you play? Well, because from what I understand, this is you guys are back-to-back champs.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, is this the league down at the Eagles Nest?
So we played at the Eagles. So
They play the Eagles? I didn't
it's
know
funny
that.
how it happened. So the Locos, we would take batting practice on Thursdays.
Uh-huh.
We go over there. We pretty much just bullshit around, hit, take BP, maybe for about maybe an hour, but we say about 2 hours because we're drinking beer after the fact.
Yeah.
We're hanging out Thursday night in the summer. We're drinking beer. So then, like one day, I think it was Javi because he runs the field down there. Javi
Okay.
Escobar.
Yeah.
Hey, in 2 weeks, I'm gonna have to. You guys can't hit anymore. Well, why not? Well, we're gonna have a kickball league down here.
Yeah.
So me and I think it's going to be co-ed. So
Yeah.
I think it was my cousin Nick. He was like, let's get in it. And I'm like, dude, I'm not playing co-ed kickball. We can do it. It'd be something for our family to do. We can get the girls,
Yeah.
we could still come down here and drink. Long story short, we get in it. We won the league. So then the guy who runs the league, he said, we have a league at City Park. And he said, the competition over there is a little better.
Yeah.
If you want to go over there,
If you want to try it out.
try it out. So he asked us, well, let's do it. We had a good time. The competition over there was better.
Yeah.
Well, we pulled it off again. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's fun. It's something good. Yeah.
So each season, you're just essentially going to keep getting into a new league that's a little higher
I
in
don't-
ranking.
I don't
Eventually
know.
find your peak.
right. It was. Yeah. I don't know.
You're going to make it to the national
So-
kickball championship.
Yeah. So you're Theo Jaime. I think he was playing down there.
Yeah, they had a team down there.
But
yeah.
it was like every week there was a couple missing, and
Right.
so he had asked Sandy and I, if you guys aren't doing anything and you guys can come on down and we can put you right down. I'm like, man, guaranteed to pull something.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a
one
good
thing, it's one thing
time,
to
yeah.
swing a bat, but it's a whole other thing. I feel like to kick a ball. I feel like
If you kick and miss,
how do you
it
do
never
that?
happened to me personally, but I've seen people. The people are there drinking. They'll let you know about it. The
Someone-
audience, right?
Or you kick a ball foul, or you barely just
People have done
tip
it. It's a
it.
really big. It's a bigger ball. It's not some little ball you can just grab and throw it. It's a bigger ball, so
Literally, yeah.
it can be kind of
Is
tricky.
it one of the? I mean, literally,
It's
like
an air.
the red,
It's, yeah.
Yeah.
the ones that ping when you're kicking it, or if you
It's a
nail
little
somebody
bigger
with
one.
it.
It's kind of hard. You can't
Really?
you can't just grip it like that.
Yeah, you can't
It's
palm
a
it.
big one. So it's kind of hard to kick, and you get someone who's rolling it pretty quickly. It can be a little bit of a challenge.
Like-
and you've seen people kick it foul, and they 2 fouls, and you're out. And
Oh,
it's
is that
happened
the
before,
rule?
right?
If
Yeah.
you kick 2 foul balls, you're
you're out.
done.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine. I mean, a lot of people have a soccer
no-
kick, so it's gonna
No
curve.
bunts.
It has to go past a certain point.
Yeah.
There's a line, like a chalk line.
Yeah,
If it doesn't
okay.
go, if the defense touches it before it passes that point, it's
Yeah.
foul. And then the defense can't go past a certain point. So if someone does bunt, you can't be right on top of them.
What position did you play?
At first, I was pitching, and then
I feel like that's the worst part. Who wants to be
Well,
the pitcher of a kickball?
I think I would. You don't have to do much running,
Right.
And then you're right. You're right.
I guess.
in the play.
I guess that's you. I guess so.
mean, really?
I would rather be in the
Oh, what,
outfield
you-
because I just expect more people.
Oh,
to
you
kick
want to
it.
be a catcher?
Yeah.
Why?
No, the outfield. The
Oh,
outfield.
okay. You want to be playing the outfield.
but then sometimes a lot of people they bunt.
So
as,
people
as
do
we
bunt.
as we played, we realized because I think they did it before. Some teams like Jaime, I think he's like, oh yeah, we played at City Park before.
Yeah.
So then some teams they're used to playing. So at first we're kind of figuring it out still.
So
I think we had one of my girl cousins like playing third, and these people are bunting. Well, you got to be able to grab the ball and throw it across the diamond because it's
Right.
a big ball. So then I was pitching, and I'm like, let's switch.
okay.
And then I like playing third because anytime someone bunts, I'm just grabbing it. And then obviously you got to have someone at first who can catch.
Oh, so you can't throw the ball.
You can throw it
direct-
at him.
You can throw it at him while
Right.
they're running.
But it's kind of a hard. It's a big, like I said, it's a big ball.
Yeah.
So you're better off just throwing it the first.
I
or-
wouldn't even attempt that. I said once they kick it, I'm gonna run up and kick it right back at them.
There you go. Right. I've done that before.
Yeah. Oh, so you can do that.
I did it before to where I've kicked it and it's hit the back of him.
Yeah.
And I've looked like a brilliant guy, and I've done it before where I've kicked it over the first baseman's head and then right down the right field line. And people are like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "It worked last time, but I'm not that slick." Apparently.
Right? Yeah. No, I'd just be doing that every time I try.
Over there, you kick it into the junkyard. You know?
Ball's gone, game's over.
I'll tell you what. It is, if you can pitch it right, there's that annoying like step. I'd imagine. Are there people who kind of like?
And you can't run up.
I was about to say,
you
yeah.
can't run up past.
You
a
have to
certain
just
point.
stay there, plant footing,
Right.
kick it.
Like there's a line you can't run really far.
Yeah.
Up and just
So you're just loading up to try
I
to kick it.
remember playing in school. Okay, I need a medium bounce.
I would. Oh my
asked-
god, that
are
is
you-
so funny.
Are you? I mean, are you allowed to ask? Pitch
No.
it bouncy or slow or fast? You just pitch it.
Someone just
pitches
throwing it, and there's no balls and no strikes.
Is there referees?
There's an umpire.
An umpire.
Calling like if you're out at the base paths and stuff.
Oh, okay. Just one.
Yeah.
Where's he
It's a
stand?
pretty chill
Where's he
league.
stand? Behind the plate or behind the
Like
pitcher?
right on the side. Behind home plate.
Oh, okay. So behind the plate, but on the side.
That's so funny you say that though, because
What's up?
I'm just glad to know that the terminology did not
change.
evolve in 30 years passing.
Slow and bouncy.
Bounce, slow and bounce.
I want a medium bounce, not too bouncy. That's literally. I remember that so clearly saying that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
just
remember-
give me a medium roll, please.
I remember you always have that one person who just needed it perfect. You pitch it and then they pick it up and they try to roll it back to you like the way they want it.
Yeah.
Pitch it like this.
Yep.
And then
Like
they, was there walks in him? Is there walks?
Not in our league. There's not. I don't know about other leagues. And it's funny you said that. We have a guy like that on our team. Nick Wilson. Once he gets a couple beers in him, he gets this little smirk on his face.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm not going to kick it until it's perfect. The ball we rolling, and I'm on like third base, like waiting to score. And he was
Yeah.
like, 5 pitches later, I'm like, what is wrong with that one? And it's like some random girl pitching, like getting irritated because he's just standing there smiling.
Yeah.
And she's like rolling it all slow. And he's like, oh, maybe a little faster or something like
Yeah.
that. And then she'll throw it all bouncy and he'll kick it straight in the air. I'm like, you waited for that?
No, exactly.
That
If it's
happened
too
like once or
bouncy, it
twice
just
with
goes
him.
straight
And,
up.
you know,
What? Is he a lefty? Does
he
he
is
kick left?
Yeah, he's a lefty. He's a lefty. Yeah.
I'm a lefty too, which is weird. I throw right, kick left. That's pretty cool. You kick left or right?
I'm right-handed all the
You
way.
kick both?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm right. I can only do right.
Right.
I mean, I guess I could try left. I've never tried it.
I have no-
Anybody kick it over the fence? Is it
Not
possible?
at Eagle's Nest. No. We played at tennis.
I bet I could. I bet I could do it.
Oh shit! Yeah, then you can throw a football over a mountain too, right?
No, I'll probably kick in the ball, probably like burst right through. Yeah, it'll fly over the fence.
You might have a better chance of kicking it in the junkyard over there in the corner.
So here comes the ball. Marcos kicks it.
Right.
Yeah. That's funny though. You should look into that. You want Big Ma to host a kickball team?
That'd be fun, right? The big
Or
podcast.
you wanna go
Or why don't we just sit out there in the outfield?
Yeah, why don't we go
A live
commentate?
podcast. There you go.
We'll sit out there and we'll do.
We'll be commentators for the league, man. We'll just do a whole thing. We got Manny up to the
Right.
bat next, right?
We can join in the middle of the game. Like next week, we're playing that team. And We're gonna see what's gonna happen or something.
Yeah, and coming up to the plate, Nick Wilson. This guy asked for like 17 pitches the last time.
Right.
And that's one roll. And that's roll
And
number
he
4.
kicks this one straight up to the pitcher.
That was a big waste of our 5 minutes. Thank you for that, Nick
Okay,
Wilson.
well, at least we could edit that part out, and then we could just go to the next one. Yeah, that'd be dope.
That's fun.
Yeah, Manny, do you remember? You remember me coaching you back in the day in basketball?
Somewhat. I remember every time our team was 2-4.
Yep.
Team 2-4 every time.
Yeah, the Stars.
Stars too.
You know,
We always had nice jerseys. Now that I think about it,
the blue and white.
we had reversible jerseys
Yeah.
and reversible shorts. Who is doing that when you're like 8 years old?
In a
In a-
Turner
in
league,
a rec
right?
league,
Yeah,
you know?
That's
an
the way I
Armadale
roll.
league.
Right. Those jerseys were nice. You know, back then you're like, oh, I mean, these are all right. But now looking back on it,
I had my own logo, and then
2-4 stars, yeah.
You know what, Dad?
what's up, son?
Thinking about it, those jerseys evolved like crazy.
Yeah,
You had like 7 different types of jerseys. I swear to God.
I
There was
had
like
those.
No, you had like the whole mesh ones, like the really like the old school ones,
Yeah.
and then the really slick ones, and you had like a tighter version. You had a lot of jerseys. Who's making all these for you?
there was a few sponsors here and there.
Knows
and
a
some of
guy
them,
Right?
I knew a guy that knew a guy that. And then I always had them printed up through Center Sporting Goods.
Center Sporting Goods. I didn't know that.
Actually, they used to be right here, right down the street, where the Quick Trip is.
Really?
Right across the street from the Quick Trip, there's the that shopping center.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Center Sports was boom right in the
center?
right in the freaking crease of that
Oh.
building. Yeah, and those guys actually used to be down in Argentine.
Oh,
Center Sporting
so
Goods,
you
yeah.
followed them.
So you know where the library is, right there on
Yeah.
Strong.
Mhm.
So that was a little shopping center. Center Sports was sitting there, and it was the same guy that ran that one. Came over here, just came to Johnson County to run another one. That was pretty cool.
You know how
But-
confusing that was though? Being team 2-4. Hey, foul on
I know
2-4.
So many damn refs fouling
2-4.
2-4. How many
And
how many 2-4s do you have on this team? That's part of the logo, Pinellas.
Right.
Yeah, there's turn around. There's numbers on the back.
the big numbers.
That's what. Yeah, I know. That's.
Or no, I think one year we were Da Bomb.
Oh, you remember that?
I was on that team.
Yeah. See, that's another
See,
sponsor.
now you can do it.
Oh yeah,
The
my
bomb.
bomb. Where's my bomb? Oh, there it is.
Right.
You were DeBomb?
DA, yeah. Da
DABOMB, the bomb.
DeBomb.
That was at Argentine. When we were real little.
Now,
Yeah, when they used to play down at the
what
Argentine
was
Community
the,
Center.
Who was the
I
sponsor?
did play on the sponsor was the bomb.
Well, what was the bomb?
Original one. Original one.
Was his name Juan?
No, I don't know. It was a spot down there off of 7th and Southwest Boulevard. There was a company that actually it's the spot where you can buy all the hot sauce, the chile sauce. You know what I'm talking about? It's not even, but it's not. They're not called that anymore. They're
DeBomb?
not called. No, they're not called the original one.
Oh,
It's like spick and span or something spicy or something.
that's
It's
racist.
You read if you look at the sign, it kind of looks like it's a racial thing. It does. It's like spick and is it spick or is it spicing? I think it's spicing, snicing. I don't know. I'm fucking it all up. And if I ever want these guys to sponsor our show, but I fucked all that up. Yeah, they're our sponsor, and they did the t-shirts, and and then after that is when I went on ahead and came up with the logo, and as they all got older.
Oh, right. Came up with the logo, right.
Yeah, that was a badass logo. So that was basketball down at Argentine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the only? Oh, and then we played at Turner Rec.
Yep.
And then it just so happened because Manuel was my leading scorer. This kid was everywhere on the floor. Anytime we needed the ball, Manuel always went and grabbed the ball. Right. So then years later, you were stolen from me. You remember who stole you?
In basketball?
You just talked to the guy.
Oh,
My comp Lewis, yes.
I joined the school team.
The school team.
So I had my team going, and then and then the next year I think I called your mom or dad. I said, yeah, I'm getting ready to start the team. Oh, I'm sorry, but he's gonna play for Lewis. What? What? Why? What happened? What did I do wrong?
And it's funny that you mentioned that because I remember my 7th grade. That was my 8th grade year. I only played for the school, I think, 1 year. My last year. Our Lady of Unity. Because I went to Catholic school, obviously.
Yeah.
So kindergarten to 8th grade, my 8th grade year, that was my 1 year I played for the school.
Yeah.
My 7th grade year, all the 8th graders at the time were like, "Hey, are you gonna play with the school?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I was playing with you at the time. So I was like, no, probably not. And I remember they used to give me a hard time about that. Oh, you're not going to play with the school. So I said to myself, next year I'm gonna play for the school. And I said that's going to be my 8th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you play ball after that?
I played at Ward all 4 years.
All 4 years at Ward?
Yeah.
So you only played for Lewis that 1 year?
I think
Right?
I played both like my 5th grade year.
Oh, okay.
I did both. But my 8th grade year, we had 6 guys. My 8th grade year at Our Lady of Unity.
Dang.
We went,
So you never come off the floor?
we went undefeated the whole year.
Really?
And we lost the championship.
Oh,
That's another
no.
story.
Dang.
We went like
You
11,
must
11 and 0.
you must have been hurt. You must.
I think I played terrible the last game.
It happens.
One of my older cousins, he was helping Lewis coach at the time. And even to this day, he's like, hey, remember we were in the championship?
Who is this?
My cousin Christian.
Oh, okay. Alvarado, yeah.
So he's always giving me a hard time. Yeah, remember we coached you? Yeah, you won all those games. And then the championship, you just played like shit. And I'm like, yeah, dude, thanks. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. So,
And I'm pretty sure
here,
we
check,
got smacked.
check this out.
Oh, wow. Look at these guys.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? And, I've had that in my notebook since we started this podcast.
Really?
So the notebook, okay, so this is my second notebook, right? My first notebook that I had, I found, I said, ooh, I remember this notebook. I opened it up. That was the first thing I saw was that picture.
Uh-huh.
And so I just kept it in the back of my notebook, and then I've been using it for the podcast, and then that notebook, I started wearing that one out. So I bought a new one. So I've been keeping that one in here. And then, of course, when I saw that, I'm like, you know what? I think later on I'm going to ask Manuel to see if he wants to come on the podcast.
Yeah, look at this.
Right?
I think I remember all these guys. I don't. Okay, so we got Isaiah right here. Isaiah.
Yeah.
Me, Little Mod, Gabe Moran, who I still have on like social media and stuff like that. I guess even my dad. His dad and my dad are buddies.
Okay.
Nick,
And we'll definitely have to post this picture.
right.
Yeah.
Nick Cortez.
Yeah.
We went to Our Lady of Unity together for a couple years. So I have him on social media and stuff like that. Brandon Ramirez.
Yeah.
Stephen Palacio right there in the middle. I remember the kid's name is Marcus, but I don't keep up with him.
Yeah, Marcus.
I don't know.
Marcus Orpeza.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about him anymore. And I don't remember who
I think
that
his
is.
name's Gabe. I think he was also Gabe. I was trying to find out his name.
I'm glad
today.
I'm not the only one.
So yeah, no, you're not.
Hold
I
up the
was-
picture. Who are you?
If you're watching
Yeah,
this
I'm sorry.
podcast,
Right,
please reach out to us.
I know. Yeah,
And identify
I believe
yourself.
that's George McGriff's stepson, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, man, I can't remember his name. So yeah, so I made some phone calls and some texts today, and I'm showing this picture around, and nobody remembers his name, which sucks. Yep.
Dude, looking at that picture, why didn't you ever smile in like the early 2000s?
I think my teeth were bad.
Oh, they were still bad at the time?
I think
They might have told us not to smile because no one in this
That's
picture
what I'm
is smiling.
saying. I'm like, I know you're a Turner, but you
Okay,
guys
yeah.
could still smile at least.
I might have told you guys.
They look tough.
No one
And
smiled.
then of
right.
course Jerry, Coach Jerry. that's
Right.
in that.
I remember him. I don't ever remember you. So like obviously
Really?
like, no, I remember you. I don't remember you ever like yelling.
Oh, getting mad at
Getting
you guys.
mad.
That was Jerry's part.
I remember Jerry getting into it. And even like now, like my grade year, Lewis,
Yeah.
he likes to yell. I remember him
He
yelling.
like-
But
he
when you
hot-
go 11-0 all year, like what's he really going to yell about? But I remember the last game,
Oh, I bet.
he got into me pretty good. And I remember like, I'm like, I think this is the first time he's
He's
all year
really
he's
yelled at
yelling
you,
at me.
right?
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You're dressed. That is not how a coach is supposed to dress.
Shut up.
Big
Well,
old white
yeah.
tee like that.
Big one, check out the shoes.
That's my. You're supposed to. Why are you wearing dress shoes to a basketball game?
I was trying to look. I didn't have a suit.
That was the style in 2005. Look at the jeans. They're a little baggy.
Oh shit! I still wear baggy jeans like that. I know. Yeah.
No gray, man. That's crazy.
I think those were the jerseys I'm even talking about.
Yeah, they
those
are.
The blue ones
The
you flip
reversible,
into-
yeah.
Yeah, those are tough.
That's crazy, man.
Little League baseball. Did you do that too?
Yeah, I played with as I got older. I played with Poncho.
Oh,
He was
okay.
my coach.
Were you the Orioles?
Yeah, we were the Orioles. We were.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Do you
team.
remember that? Because I
we were
think,
the A's, athletics,
yeah,
we played out
oh
like
yeah,
that.
Poncho always loved the athletics. Yeah,
and he's another one. We always had nice jerseys.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean they were the MLB ones pretty much. Just the T-shirts. They were
Yeah.
really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, hell, when we were playing softball before I started playing with Los Indios, Poncho had a team, and we were called the A's as well.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I remember Little Mod played on those teams too.
Yeah.
A couple times, and Isaiah,
yeah, he hated it.
Mario.
I hate, yeah, just
Poncho
like,
used to get into it. I remember he's another
oh
one. He
yeah,
used to-
oh yeah, yeah, and I think he's still coaching. He's coaching his grandsons now,
Right.
Or at least he helps out.
Right.
His son David
Yeah.
coaches the team, I believe, and then I think he helps out a little bit here and there. Yeah, it's just something you just can't give up that easy.
Right.
Yeah, Ahmad didn't have fun. I had fun trying to get these boys to play.
Really.
Hell, speaking of baseball, you remember when Marcos played baseball?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
You remember any stories about him playing?
Oh yeah, I remember one time he ran over some dude from the he hit it to like right between first base and second base. The first baseman grabs it, and it was just a track meet to first base. He, I don't know if he lowered his shoulder. It might have been a little dirty, but he ran right into that kid. They both rolled. Marcus got up, and the other kid.
Yeah,
I think
he
the
was-
game delayed about 20 minutes because he was on the ground.
I mean, literally, the kid's cleats came off of his feet.
Right.
Marcos said it was so hard.
You know, it's ironic about that. So, because at the time, Will was also playing
Yeah.
with us on the
Uh-huh.
team,
Yeah.
but we were good friends with that guy at the time. I don't know why, and this is kind of messed up, but he was to us something about it. Either there was another kid with the same,
The same name?
there was the same name. So to us, again, this kind of messed up, but he was always just Black Jordan. To us. He was Black Jordan. That's
I'm
just-
glad you said that because I do remember what he looked like.
Yeah, that was just
That was just that's
like
what they
if he
were
came
called.
up in conversation, oh, you're talking about Black Jordan, just because I think there was another. I think we were friends with another white Jordan,
White
so
Jordan and Black Jordan.
we just had to make sure. But I remember that. Man, we were killing in that league though.
So were you coaching?
Yeah, I hope
Lewis.
So
It was
Lewis asked me
Lewis.
to help out. 'cause
Okay,
I
so
was,
you were-
yeah.
So then you were a young coach.
I was still at
So
Ward
you're
at
only
the
what,
time.
like 4 years? 4 years older than Marcos.
Right. I think I was at
3 or 4
Ward at
years.
the time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in the summer, and then Lewis reached out.
Yeah.
Just come.
Were you there that day that he hit a home run
I think I was. Yeah.
and it went right
Right
through the
through the-
fence?
Through the, yeah,
It went
through the
through the-
net.
it
Through
went-
that net. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's
Because
kinda like
it was.
looking at it like-
I think they said it was like between because I remember Luce was talking about. It was like, yeah, we just had a conversation about like what happens if someone hits it between the scoreboard and the fence,
Right.
and that's exactly where it went. And I remember because Will was always mad because he had a nasty.
Curveball?
No, just when he swung, like he hit it so hard left field that the fence that blocked the houses,
Right.
it always hit off the fence but never could go
And
over.
you guys had a couple home runs on that team. You guys had. I mean, you're a good sized kid, and Will was always big.
Yeah,
And I was in high school, and I think you guys were bigger than me at the time. So.
nah, we were.
And I played on that field with Poncho. On
Oh,
I,
there-
don't remember ever seeing even playing or playing against anyone ever hitting it over the fence out that field because that field's pretty big for middle school from what I remember. And I never seen that until I started coaching you guys.
That was the Wyco field,
Wyco.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's so funny about that field? I remember one of the first times I go there, I look at the sign, and on it says "No coolers allowed," but I read it wrong. Like, I go, "No colors allowed." I was like, "How old is this place?" I was like, "Oh, no coolers."
Maybe that was just a really old sign.
I was like,
forgot to take
"Why
out
does that say that?" It said "No coolers allowed." I was like, "Oh, whoops, my bad."
Oh, you just couldn't read, son.
I guess not. I can't. Oh,
Man, so you say you went to Bishop Ward?
Yes.
Bishop Ward High School. What class did you say you graduated from?
I graduated in 2013.
2013.
And you were 20.
17.
Oh, 17, yeah. Okay, yeah. So Mod was
Madi was-
2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any good high school memories?
I enjoyed going there. I remember at the
Yeah.
time, we lived right by Harmon at the time. My parents were, oh, you're not going to go to Harmon. Well, my sister, academics wasn't really my strong point, but my sister was really smart. So my sister went to Sumner in
nice.
8th grade, and she went off 8th grade through senior year. She went to Sumner. So my parents said, you take the test for Sumner. If you don't, at that time you had to take a test to even qualify to get into Sumner.
Yeah.
So I went to take the test, and I sat, probably my mistake, I sat next to one of my buddies, and we're taking it together, the test. And it's like one of them, like, all multiple choice, A B C D, A B C D, A B C, and they give you a time.
Was it still the
Yeah,
little
the
bubble
bubbles,
and you
the bubbles,
color them
right.
in? I used to do the pattern. I used to do a zigzag.
And I won't put my
No
buddy.
wonder you almost flunked out.
I won't put my buddy on blast, but we're sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
And it's all time, so everyone leaves together at the same time. So we take the test and we're walking out, and my friend goes, "How do you think you did?" I said, "I don't know, dude. What about you?" And he goes, "I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at your test." And I said, "I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at yours." And he goes, "Turns out we both went to Bishop Ward and we had a great time." So, you know,
It all worked out.
it all
didn't
worked out for the
All
better.
worked out.
Right, right.
That's pretty good.
You're both just on the same question,
Right,
waiting for the
looking
other
at
to
each
answer
other.
it.
Right,
Come on.
right.
Color
And even to
in.
this day, we joke about it. Like, yeah, it was all right.
Who was this? You could throw his name. out.
Andrew Ramirez.
Oh, Andrew Ramirez. Oh, really?
So we both went to Ward and played baseball, and it worked out. So.
Yeah, and then now you guys are playing ball together
Fast
still.
pitch, right? Yeah.
What all sports did you play there at Ward?
I was a 3-sport athlete.
Nice.
All 4 years.
Really?
Right. So I played
Cheerleader?
no,
You weren't a yellow?
soccer in the fall,
Okay.
and then I played basketball in the winter, and then I went straight to baseball in the spring.
Dang,
Nice.
nice.
So I think out of all of it, I mean, obviously at Ward, baseball was the thing to do, and I played that all my life.
And Ward had that reputation of always being a good baseball.
I think the baseball coach was the most well-respected man in the whole school.
What was his name?
Dennis Hurla.
Yeah.
And he was. You see him, and you're probably more intimidated than him than the principal.
Right.
You know, because he was. Everything was so like you're in the it's a wake up freshman year. You walk in there and you hear the stories, but you're like, you know, I'll be okay. I've done played basketball. I played soccer. I mean, I'm 6 months or whatever X amount of months in the high school. I can handle it. You know, these guys. We're out of school at 2:50. If you're not 3 blocks at the baseball field after at 3:10 and you're not dressed in your practice gear, then you're late.
Oh, wow.
And we're going out, and the locker room's locked, and that's it. So I remember like the first day, because Ward's on 18th Street. I think the baseball field's on 14th.
Okay.
So like the first day, you know, you don't know no one. You're walking to the stadium. He gives a little bit of time the first day.
Yeah.
I remember this day. Who walked to the field? Raise your hand if you walked to the field. You know, all the freshmen are raising their hand. Okay, I walked here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, right. What's your name? Okay, write all the names down. Then okay, put your hands down. Who drove here? Raise your hand. Okay. Whoever drove there. Okay.
Yeah.
Who has room in their car? Okay. You're going to be friends with him. What kind of car does he drive? Because we're not going to do this anymore.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
We're already
Yeah.
we're already wasting time.
Yeah.
So you need to be at his car at this time, and we're going to get this going starting tomorrow. Boom. And just like that, it's everything. You walk in there on the board, everything's written down. From 3:05 to 3:10, we're going to stretch. From 3:10 to 3:20, we're going to do base running. From 3:20 to 3:30, we're going to drink water. From infield's going to break up here from this time to that time. Okay. He's got the watch. Okay. We're going here. We're going here. And obviously with his reputation, he won multiple state titles.
Right.
And, you know, you get in that thing and you watch how it's done. And I mean, just the way he handles his sport, he doesn't coach anymore, but I would say I was lucky to play there all 4 years under him.
Under him, yeah.
Right. Because it's only a varsity and a JV team. We didn't have enough guys for freshmen, but I remember like my freshman year, I started school a year early. So I graduated when I was 17. So I'm only 13 at the time, and I'm playing JV baseball, and I'm facing 16, 17-year-old pitching.
Right, yeah.
And I remember my freshman year, I struggled hitting the ball really bad. I couldn't hit. I'm just not used to it.
It was just
The speed, the breaking balls.
Everything was just faster.
Right.
and-
I mean, I played second because I was I was still a ground ball. I can field it.
Yeah.
And that's probably the only reason I played my freshman year, because kept my spot. I think I batted like 8th or 9th my freshman year. I had good infield. You know, I was always on time to practice. So,
You want to talk about real intimidation of being a young kid versus pretty much a grown man at this point in
Right.
high school.
and at Ward, go ahead. Sorry.
My freshman year in high school playing football, me, Will, and another played varsity.
Oh yeah.
We're a bunch of 160-pound,
Right.
freshmen,
Mm-hmm.
and I get lit up by a 280-pound, 6'6" D1 athlete.
Defensive end,
Like,
linebackers.
he literally threw me like 20 yards. I got off the ground and I went fucking flying. Now that's some intimidating shit right there.
Well, as time went on, you only got bigger. So,
I get, yeah, it's still.
Right. Well, hey, that's your
Those are welcome
to the show. Right?
Exactly.
Right. If you're gonna
That's crazy.
play at this level, right?
If you took a stinger from one of those pitchers, you're probably
Oh yeah. I'm pretty small, so luckily I don't get hit.
small strike zone.
I don't get hit very often, even in fast pitch. I think I played fast pitch for like 5 or 6 years before I ever got hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I've now for some reason I get hit a little more.
You can't move out of the way
Right.
quickly.
Just
It's
turn
like,
your back and get hit.
Take it for the team.
Right. But as time went on, obviously I got more used. I think my sophomore year I hit pretty good. And then like they won state my freshman year.
Okay.
I was only a freshman, so I wasn't on the roster, but you know, you help go to state,
Yeah.
you carry
Heck
the
yeah.
equipment and stuff like that. So that was an experience. And then like my sophomore, junior, senior year, we lost the regional championship all 3 years.
Dang.
3 years straight.
And
the same team?
Same team.
No, different. I think one year was like Baser Linwood. One other year was Tonganoxie, and then my senior year we lost to DeSoto.
So
And we
everybody,
beat-
so everybody out west.
Pretty much. 'Cause we were still like 4A. Bishop Ward was
Yeah.
still playing that competition.
Yeah.
And then like during the regular season with that coach, we'd play Rockhurst, Shawnee Mission East,
Some good,
Lawrence Free
some-
State. So
yeah.
he'd stack up that regular season. That way,
Oh, yeah.
come postseason, we're playing Bishop Linwood. We just beat Rockhurst. We can beat Bishop Linwood.
Yeah.
You know, in those regionals in baseball, you know, you got to use your pitching correctly because you play 3 days in a row, 3 games. You know, you have, you know, in my class, we had some pretty good baseball players. John Robles was in my class.
Okay.
So he's known for his baseball. Andrew Ramirez, power hitter. He's known for, I mean, my class was pretty stacked.
Yeah.
with baseball players. And, you know, you just don't use your, I mean, it just didn't work out.
John was what, about 6'5"?
Probably.
Holy shit, that's huge.
Because he played basketball for me as
Yeah, I
well.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he wasn't 6'5" at the time.
No,
He's
but he
always
was,
been tall.
But he was 5'9", you know.
As like a-
yeah,
yeah.
it's a small one, yeah.
Right.
No, that's cool. So you played soccer. What position did you play in soccer? Just like a forward?
I played mid my first
Okay.
couple years. Because I played JV, just JV varsity teams at Ward. So
yeah.
I played JV, and I really enjoyed soccer because the coach wasn't real strict. We just kind of run, you know,
Yeah.
good group of guys on the team. Everyone was great my freshman year. So then the team was no good, but I enjoyed playing. So it
Yeah,
was something
sure.
to do. Made friends as a freshman at
Stay in
Ward.
shape.
Right. Get in shape. I was a
Oh,
little
yeah.
chubby. I got in shape real quick playing high school soccer. And then as time went on, sophomore year, I started varsity. Midfield, I'd go back. And then junior year, I remember my coach said, "What do you think about playing defense?" And I the year before, I think I was like the leading scorer in JV, leading goal scorer.
Yeah.
So I'm ready to come play varsity and
Yeah.
score goals my junior year. And he's like, "What do you think about playing sweeper?" I'm like, "Stand in front of the goalie?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like,
Get in the goalie's way?
I'm not really interested in that. And
Right.
I wasn't real good with my feet, honestly. I'm not real good with my feet, but I was fast.
But now you play kickball, so now you're badass.
Right. I wasn't real good with my feet. And he's like, "Well, let's try you at sweeper
Uh-huh.
and we'll see how it goes." At the time I'm like, okay, I don't want to do it, but I'll give it a shot. Because
Yeah.
I remember going into my junior year, a lot of the seniors were left. They were a bunch of defenders. So we
Okay.
needed to rebuild the defense.
Yeah.
And then my junior year, we had a good incoming freshman class. Chris Ledesma,
Okay.
Daniel Ledesma's son, he was
Yeah.
really good. He was real good with his feet, so he played forward. He said, "Well, just take a step. You know, I'll play defense." Okay.
Yeah.
So I went back. A couple games later, I'm slide tackling people. I'm running into people. I'm like, okay, I like this.
You like that?
Yeah, I can
You
do
started-
this. Right. And my buddy, one of my good buddies from Our Lady of Unity, was the goalie.
Okay.
So we worked well together. And then as 4 years went on, our record varsity wise only got better. I think my senior year we went like 13-6.
Okay.
And then we
Nice.
ended up playing like Kansas City Christian the first game in regional. We hosted a regional game at Ward
Yeah.
because we got high seating. And then I think we got smoked like 6-2 or something like that in
Dang,
the regional. But
really?
it was cool to host.
Was did you guys? You
They
guys
came down there like, where are we?
right.
What is this place?
Your the soccer field, same football field.
Football field, yes.
So you guys use that as well.
Right.
Okay.
So then, yeah, my junior year I played sweeper, and then senior year I went right back. I like I said, I was
Back to
just
the floor.
chasing people down, running into people, slide tackling.
I'm coming for you.
Right. It was good. It was a good time.
And then football position? Did you?
I didn't play football.
Oh, you didn't play.
No, I
football.
just played soccer.
You
Oh,
said basketball.
Basketball, right?
Basketball, yeah. Sport.
Just guard.
You
Point
guard.
guard, right? I had a pretty good. I played. We did have a freshman basketball team.
Well,
So my freshman year, I played freshman. We weren't very good, but you know,
but just go out there and have fun.
right. And then I remember, kind of like you said, your welcome moment. I think they had a couple guys sick, so they're like, "Hey, we need you to suit up varsity," because I would suit up JV as a freshman.
Yeah.
Suit it up. Maybe I'd get in if we started getting whooped.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
Ward get the lead big, but at Ward we didn't get the lead really big
Yeah.
ever. So I'm like, whenever we're getting whooped, you'll go in. Okay, that's fine. You know, I don't care. I just want to play. So I remember one time, like 2 kids had left school early or something, and they're like, "Hey, we need you to sit up varsity."
Yeah.
You just left. Oh,
I'm like, "I don't even have the varsity jersey," and they're like, "You can't play. You can only play a certain amount of quarters in
Yeah.
one day."
yeah.
It's like, we just need you to be on the bench. We need people,
Need a body, yeah.
a body. So like you said, your welcome moment, like we're warming up and like there's a student section right there screaming at you. And I'm just like, I don't even have the uniform on. I have the uniform, but not the right uniform. The kids are yelling at us. And I'm just like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this.
You remember what school that was?
I do. I think it was like Perry Lecompton. It was an away game too.
Okay.
So I was kind of irritated because the JV bus used to leave after the JV game.
Yeah.
Well, Perry Lecompton's right by Lawrence. And I remember it was like a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now I got to stay and sit on the bench for this varsity game, and I'm not going to get home till
Was that
10,
team
11?
pretty good?
my senior year. No.
Yeah.
I mean, my freshman year, no, not really.
No, you
Right,
weren't.
weren't that good. I mean, it was an experience to watch the game and be on the bench and stuff like that. But like I said, people yelling at you and stuff like that, like this doesn't happen at the freshman games.
All right.
Shit's intimidating.
Right,
Damn.
a little bit.
Yeah. So any of your was there any of you guys? Okay, so you played all 3 sports.
Yeah.
All 4 years.
All 4
Was there any of your buddies did the same thing? Like that accomplished that?
Not that
you
I
know?
can think of.
No. What Andrew was he was what was he same
Andrew
grade?
Myers, he's my grade. So he played baseball, and then he played football a couple years.
Oh, he did play football.
But I think towards our senior year, I don't know if he played football
Okay.
because Ward wasn't that good our last couple of years, so he didn't want to injure himself for baseball because that was
Right,
his
yeah.
main thing. So,
Yeah.
so I don't think he did anything during the winter
Okay.
besides probably work out for baseball and stuff like that. Because I know him and John, they played seasonal indoor baseball. That's all they did was
Indoor baseball?
I think they played like a couple indoor teams and stuff like that.
Oh wow.
Sounds
They were
interesting.
always doing something with baseball. It seemed.
Yeah.
You know, why don't you play basketball, John? You're 6'6".
I know, right?
No, I'm doing
Baseball was his thing.
Right,
Yeah. He was like
understandable.
like Randy Johnson. Do you remember Randy
Yeah,
Johnson?
yeah.
He's like 6'9" or almost.
He did
yeah.
actually. John did play basketball one year.
He
at
did play
Ward,
baseball.
I think
one?
our junior year he played.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was another one of those fun kids to coach.
I actually just seen him a couple weeks ago. He was flying out on United.
Oh, really?
Right. And I'm standing there and he kind of looks at me. He was like 5 a.m. I'm half awake and so was probably he. And he's like, oh,
He just
I'm going
just
to.
saw somebody that he thought looked like you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So it was good to see him.
How's you guys' family? You guys really really close? You and your cousins?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. You know, my grandparents just passed, so
Yeah.
it was tough
Sorry
over
to
the
hear,
summer.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, we're hanging in there.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good about you guys. Like us Garcia family, we're all close as well. Try to, do a lot of things together. I mean, as far as even at my age, I try to always get
Right. It's not the
ones
same.
that are older than me. And
Right. It's not the same, obviously, that my grandparents are gone. I think like every Sunday when they were still here, it's like, we're going to go see grandma and grandpa every Sunday.
yeah,
Even
it's things.
grandma
have
cooks
changed.
dinner.
Yeah.
She wants everyone to come at the time. You got the
Yeah.
big backyard. We're out there. They got a shooting the hoops or whatever
Yeah,
it is.
I've
Right.
I've always wondered. I mean, your grandma and grandpa right there, the house right across the street.
Mhm.
How did you guys all fit in that house? Just made it happen.
It's actually kind of, they have a basement, so they have
Oh, so there was people in the basement.
sometimes people in the
and
basement, people in the kitchen. A lot
Yeah.
of times there's people on the porch.
Oh,
you know,
really? So there was.
If it's like snowing or anything, like Christmas, we used to go there Christmas Eve.
yeah,
The house would stretch out every year, little by little, because you go in there and the size of our family, everyone's got kids.
yeah.
You throwing a Christmas tree in there with 45 presents underneath. There's already a little space in that house,
Yeah.
and then a couple pots of tamales.
Yeah.
There's no room in there.
Yeah, because that's cool that I see your aunts all get together.
Right.
Yeah. Is your mom get a part of that as well?
Right, yeah.
All the in-laws
Yeah.
and whatnot. So that's cool that they all do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, we try to do that as well. Yeah, that's really cool. You remember birthdays?
Like in my
your
family?
cousins' birthdays, and there's a lot of
You know what? I have Facebook for that. They give me that alert.
right.
Facebook
Right.
memory.
Shout out to my cousin Frank Hernandez.
Yes.
Today's his birthday.
Yeah,
30.
I threw you a softball. That's what I did.
There we go. Yeah, he's
happy
30
birthday,
today.
Frankie. Yeah.
He's having a birthday party tomorrow
Yeah.
at Maloney's.
Have you wanted to
Come by.
if you want to talk to the camera? Yeah.
Maloney's tomorrow, 7:00.
Yeah. Well, damn.
well,
this won't come out
this
till
is
next week.
Yeah, this is a week.
We had a great time at his birthday party.
Yeah, I saw the Facebook pictures. It was awesome.
Future gents. We had a great time at the party.
It was a great time.
Reiterating.
Yeah.
Hope you had a great birthday
yeah,
last
right.
week.
Yeah. So happy belated, Frankie. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I just remember my sister's birthday,
Yeah.
my niece, my nephew, and like my parents.
Right.
Like that, right. Well, it's in my family, like me and my Uncle Daniel, we have the same birthday.
Oh, there's got to be quite a bit of same
oh,
birthdays in your guys'
Yeah,
families.
me and my Uncle Daniel have the same birthday.
Yeah.
My niece, her and my grandpa who just passed have the same birthday.
Oh wow.
My mom and one of my girl cousins have the same birthday.
Say yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes parties a little easier.
Right.
You're knocking two out at once.
Right.
Yeah. So-
Me and Donna have the same birthday.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Nice. Prima donna.
Pretty-
Yeah, heck yeah. Which cousins are you close with? Pretty much like Nick and
Nick, Christian, Frank, my guy cousins. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my sister.
Guys
Me and my
all pretty
sister are really
close.
close too. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
I think we're all close. Honestly, it's just like we're always all together.
Well, you got a softball team, you got a soccer team,
Kickball.
Kickball team.
kickball team.
He was
basketball.
trying. My cousin Nick was. Who wants to get in a dodgeball league? A co-ed dodgeball. I'm like, I'm out on that, dude. They have a volleyball team.
No, they do.
So I didn't play this year, but maybe next year they were trying to get me to play.
Like a co-ed volleyball.
out at right across the street from Mid America, at the sand place. The sand
Oh,
in
okay.
Shawnee.
The outdoor, the sand.
Right, they were
where
trying to-
you guys play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that in the summer.
Nick and Mike, Frank and Christian and some of the girls, they
Yeah.
play that. And then, why don't you play? At the beginning, I'm like, no, like,
Is this like during the summer?
yeah. So why don't you guys play?
Well,
Why don't-
shit. After a kickball game, then everybody goes to a volleyball game.
Volleyball was on Friday. Kickball was on Thursday. So we had it. And softball, fast pitch was on Saturday and Sunday. So
Yeah, everybody.
it was all worked out.
Busy 4 days.
That's why I didn't play volleyball. I'm like, I'm out on Friday. But half the time I was there watching them,
Yeah.
I was
drinking.
still
So,
there.
you know,
There you go.
You can still drink while playing.
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Put you on the spot here. Do you have a favorite uncle?
Oh,
I mean, if it's your godfather, that all makes sense.
Paul's my godfather.
Paul's your godfather?
I'll
Yeah,
answer
so
that.
You better,
I'll
then you
I'll
better say he's
I'll
your
just say
favorite.
that.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Paul, he's one that I would like to get in here as well.
Mhm.
I would like to get him, and I would like to get your Aunt Liz.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there's a lot of history in you guys' family as well.
Yeah.
And, maybe with Paul, and bring your dad in here, talk
Right.
some softball.
Oh, I can only imagine, yeah.
I'm sure they got some good softball stories,
Right.
and
Oh,
they could tell me when they started and,
right.
how State Line became the sponsor and has been sponsored forever. And,
Right.
going back to being I see you met Salvi. How was that?
Yeah. I met him at the actual airport. He was flying out like a normal person.
Oh,
He
okay.
was,
Like flying coach?
he was flying coach.
Okay.
Yeah. So him he was hurt this season for a little bit.
Mhm.
He was going to.
So that was this?
that was this past summer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We seen him, and he's seen me from the baseball planes. And it's funny because, like, I'm like the only like Mexican guy who does the planes. So like
Yeah.
he sees me, and he'll just start speaking Spanish. Well, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
So and he talk. If you ever hear him talk, I mean, he talks fast.
You don't understand.
I don't understand. So then- yeah, he just goes and he just says, "Hey," and I'm just like, "Hey, what's up?" And then somebody will be like, "Hey, what did he say?" I'm like, "I have no idea." I just shake my head, yes, give him a little fist bump, and then he gets on the plane.
Yeah.
That's all. Right.
You have like a personal translator with him at all times.
Yeah, I met Salvi at a bar. They had might have been his rookie year, might have been his second year, but we were at a club and I met Salvi, Escobar, not Javi, Alcedes, right? Alcedes Escobar, and a couple of pictures. Anyway, it was just the young guys. They were young,
Right.
and it was pretty cool because I recognized them as they came into the bar, and we happened to be in the VIP section, and there they are. They went to their VIP, then we're all together.
Nice.
So I even had a conversation with Escobar, and
Trying to get a tryout on the team or something.
hey, I would never make that. But I remember Escobar. I mean, he was hammered. We're both hammered, talking, and the Spanish is going. And I'm trying my best to. I can speak Spanish. I can understand it, but I think where was he from?
Like Venezuela.
Yeah, I want to say he's Venezuelan.
Well, yeah, and it was just a different Spanish,
Right.
but I was able to catch every other word. And she pulls out his phone, shows me a picture of his car that he just bought.
Oh, some of them dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, cool.
So I purposely.
great.
So at the time, I remember I in my photos, I had, what a Pacer is? It's a car. It's a Pacer back in the early. It was a '79 Pacer. It looked like a spaceship.
Really.
So I had this picture because apparently I showed it to. My dad had this car back in late '70s, early '80s. It burned up. That's another story. But I had this picture in my phone, and I had just happened to be showing it to somebody that week So when he pulls out his phone, he showed me I said, oh, look, let me show you my car. So I pull up that picture of the Pacer and I show it to him. He looks at it. He looks at me and he's like, okay. That's all he said. But it wasn't my car. I was just fucking around.
You should have pulled up a picture of a nice car or something.
No, I just wanted to see what he was going to say about the Pacer. He probably never seen a Pacer before in his life.
Or he knew you were jacking with him, and he's like, "This guy's
This guy's an asshole.
pushing my buttons, damn it."
Buy me a beer. So you buy me a beer. Then that might have been, I want to say those guys started about the same time.
Which would have been like
Salvi
what?
and Escobar. Yeah.
Probably like 20.
And I said, you guys stick
2011?
together. I said, you guys stick together. You guys going to bring the shit, man. You guys going to win a World Series here and there. They did.
He called it.
I did.
He's lying.
I know, right?
Yeah. Do you cook?
Not really. No.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
I-
Breakfast? Nothing. Eggs?
I,
You have to
I
cook
can
for
do
yourself?
it. Yeah, I can do eggs, but like air fryer. Who doesn't love the air fryer?
Shit,
You know,
you're right.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you just throw anything in the air fryer.
That's my specialty.
Yep. Yeah, that's what we use. Right, Chris?
It's
You
only
use-
it's only me and you that use it.
Well, you use it all the time, though.
Yes.
Okay. What's your favorite meal to cook in it?
Hash browns.
Oh, shut up.
Hash browns.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope, not at all. Yeah, what's your favorite meal?
Oh,
Do you have a favorite meal? Favorite restaurant?
you can't go wrong with the steak. You know,
From
I like Texas Roadhouse.
There you go.
Texas
Okay,
Roadhouse.
yeah.
That's
Pretty
easy.
sure, yeah.
Something easy.
That's
That's
what I
your
would have
spot?
said. Yep.
as a matter of fact, we're supposed to go there tomorrow night. Yeah, so that's what we're doing tomorrow, Chris. Yep, and she wants me to
I
sit
have
at the-
plans.
Where are you going?
I'm going to the movies.
Wait a minute. You're going to the movies.
Okay, so he wasn't invited to go to dinner.
What do you mean you're going to the movies?
There's a special screening for a new TV show playing the first 3 episodes.
At the theater?
Yeah,
You going by yourself or is this like a date
So-
with someone?
I already got my tickets.
He works at
Yeah.
Cinemark.
It's a date?
Yeah.
No, it's not a
So-
date. I got my tickets already.
Well, why don't you invite someone?
I tried to tell you.
Not
You
me,
did.
a girl.
Oh man, that's
He
funny.
said I tried.
I would have, if you took my advice and watched Vox Machina, I would have told you I was going to go see it.
No, that's not what I'm talking.
Watch what?
Vox Machina.
What's that?
It's a show.
Do you know what that is?
No, it's one of those out there kind of shows. Only
And they're
nerds.
showing it on the big screen.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sounds kind of dirty.
kind of is.
Okay.
Like a lot of language in like adult situations.
Wow,
It's D&D.
what's that?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
Yeah, not
okay.
what you guys might have been thinking of. like D, the letter N D, not D N D.
Wow,
Ew.
This is all getting cut out.
I don't know. It's kind of funny. Interesting.
And so, did you watch that basketball game last night?
Yeah. I like KU.
Yeah.
So everybody watch. You're referring to the
It was a
K-State
good
KU
game.
basketball game that had happened over a week ago.
I didn't get to watch because we were on the road. We were coming back from Lawrence. We were in Lawrence Free State.
Okay.
My daughter had a basketball game there. So on the way home, we listened to the overtime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because you guys are K-State fans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, Marty went to
Mario.
K-State.
Yeah.
And so we
Uh-huh.
kind of.
Yeah, we. I don't know. It was K-State. They got some good players this year.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
good.
And then a new coach. You know?
He's good. As a KU fan, I'll say that coach is. He's
pretty
he's
good.
turned the program around. It looks like, and
Right.
the coach they had before, Weber.
Weber, yeah.
That guy, I think he was kind of a clown. The guy they have now, he seems like he's got it
Yeah.
all together, and he's talking about winning more games, and it's good for them.
Yeah. Good for the program. And he comes straight out of Baylor.
Yeah,
So to watch him beat Baylor,
at
You know,
Baylor,
at
a couple weeks
Baylor.
ago, right?
right? That was pretty cool.
Right. And then a couple weeks ago, I was looking at the scores. They went to Texas at Austin, and they scored like 118 points.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the score, and I'm like, well, how many overtimes was it?
It was
It was
just a regular.
it was in 40 minutes. 118 points. I'm like, that can't be right. And sure enough,
Yeah.
and then even the first half of the KU game, me and my dad were sitting there watching it,
Yeah.
and K-State had 29 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. And my dad, he's a KU, we're all KU
Right.
fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
But as soon as they started losing, like he's ready to change the channel. He's like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
done watching
he's
this.
ready to give up.
I'm going to sleep. It was like they had 29 points with 11 minutes left in the half, and he's like, they're going to score 100 points easy at this rate.
Right.
And I think they went into halftime with like 41, but like
Yeah.
they were coming out on fire, you know. And obviously at the beginning, fans are into it. You know, they come out making everything, and
Yeah.
once they get settled,
Yeah, it was funny because I was listening to the game, and when K-State went up on the alley-oop,
oh yeah, that was
Right.
that was a good play.
so I happened to be listening to the KU broadcast.
Okay.
They didn't even say it was a dunk or an alley-oop. They just said it was a layup.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I was like, okay, he hit a nice little layup. They said, oh, so-and-so with the layup. I was like, oh, cool. You know, put him up. And
Then you see the highlight.
then
he
I get
posted
home.
him.
Then I get home, and Mario says, "Dad, did you see the way the game ended?" I'm like, I said, I heard something about a layup. He was like, layup. I said, Dad. He said, that was an alley-oop. It was a dunk.
Right, dunk
Like
all
what?
over.
And then I saw it, and I was like, some bitches. Yeah, it was Greg Gurley. I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, man, he said it was just a simple little layup, and it ended up being a dunk. It was.
Poster. Yeah, it was a good dunk.
Yeah,
That guy was
and-
from Florida, like Keontae Johnson, the guy from K-State.
Yeah.
He was transferred from Florida. I guess
Yeah.
they said they kept talking about like 2 years ago he passed out on the court. He collapsed
Mm.
and like his heart had stopped going for like a minute or something.
Oh, no way.
He was out.
That was the same kid.
That scored all the points for K-State.
Yeah.
He's like their best player now. But yeah, I guess I don't know, something about like they didn't know if his scholarship was going to be there after he collapsed at Florida. Well, the coach at the new coach offered him, and he came, and now he's
Really?
playing out of his mind. He's
Wow.
playing really good. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Not cool. I mean, it's an interesting story.
right. Yeah,
Man, yeah. So I wish. And then I remember seeing something you posted that you went to the football game, the K-State KU football game.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Raining its ass off there in Manhattan.
It was. It's funny because my buddy he dates a girl that goes to K-State. So
Okay.
weeks before, hey, let's go to K-State. We'll watch this football game. KU's actually kind of decent this year.
Yeah.
It might be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we bought tickets. Long story short, I'm like one of the only few people in blue.
Yeah.
You know,
In
and
a
the
sea of
first
purple.
possession of the game, K-State gets the ball. It's all hype.
Yeah.
KU stops them 3 and out. Boom. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
this
We
is
got
interesting.
game now, right?
K-State punts it. KU fumbles the punt. K-State gets the ball on the 5, first play touchdown. Oh, this is
Yeah.
You know.
It might be a long day now.
right. It might be. Yeah.
We went to the bowl game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They beat TCU.
the
Big 12
the Big 12 championship game. Sorry, not the bowl game.
I was gonna say
yeah.
the bowl game when
Yeah.
they played Bama. That was,
Yeah, I know that was a ass whooping.
Right.
But yeah, that was fun. I mean, 2 reasons. We were there in Cowboy Stadium, which we're
Yeah.
Cowboys fans, and then to be there for that was fun. It was good. And then and then watch TCU get freaking manhandled in the championship game.
Yeah.
That was shit.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I remember that was the day my sister got married. The
Oh.
day K-State played TCU. So all the groomsmen were getting ready at the church, and we had the football game on in the back.
oh yeah, watching
K-State,
it.
yeah, it was pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You a WWE fan back in the day?
Oh, when I was younger, I was all about wrestling.
Yeah. Who's your favorite wrestler back then?
Goldberg.
Goldberg. You remember Goldberg?
And I was like Goldberg. I said anything on Facebook I shared. It was like Hulk Hogan when he was with the NWO,
Oh yeah.
and they were like jacking with The Rock.
Oh yeah. When the yeah.
The Rock was getting him. Yeah,
Yeah,
So I was all about
they're
that. when I was
trying.
younger.
They're trying to recruit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock was the guy with the mic, so that was always pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and now my nephew, he just watches. He got
Yeah,
all the
sits there.
guys. I remember a couple years ago for like I think it was Christmas or his birthday. What would you want for your birthday or whatever it was?
Yeah.
I want a wrestling ring. Like,
Yeah.
Matthew. He said, Matthew, you have 3 rings. And then he kind of looks at me and he goes, well, I want 4. Okay, that should be easy.
Yeah.
What does he think he is? Tom Brady?
Right.
That's funny.
And he probably I think he probably has like 5 or 6 at this point.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. Remember those figures? I never bought you guys wrestling figurines.
Nah, we weren't really too much into the wrestling.
No. These guys played with my Star Wars figures and freaking broke.
Broke them.
They're all pieces now. And I still have the pieces. I still have my mom even said,
They were
I don't know why-
collectibles
I
too,
don't know
like
why.
worth money.
oh, those are my grandsons. I'll let them play with your toys. Oh, thanks, Mom. I was trying to save those.
Or
Go ahead, Chris.
would you sell them if they were fixed?
Ow.
They lose all monetary value now because they're broken. Once you fix them, it doesn't even matter. They had to be in condition.
In
If they were, would you sell them?
mint condition. Yeah. So, all right. Yep. So, yep. This was fun, man. I'm glad you came in. This is fun. It'd be cool if your whole family can watch this.
I'll be sure to share it. Right?
Yeah, definitely. I'll share it out there, and then you can put it out there as well. But I think we're going to get in the summer, Marcos. I think we're going to get a kickball team, and we're going to have to take the Talaveras out. Yeah, they're on a they're on a
As
they're on
soon
a
as
roll
I get
right
in
now.
that parking lot, I'll make a phone call to some recruiters that I gotta get on my team now. And
Yeah.
we'll meet you at the Eagles Nest on Thursdays.
There we go. Yeah. Before we end, I'm gonna ask you something real quick. See if you know your history. Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay.
Did you know that? How many 3-pointers do you think Shaquille O'Neal hit in his 19? I think he played for 19 years
In his career.
in his career. Yeah,
I'm gonna say 4.
1.
Okay.
He just hit one freaking 3-pointer. Yeah,
It's crazy because back then they didn't shoot a lot of threes.
right. Yeah, in his 19-year career in which he scored 28,000 points, Shaquille he hit a 3-pointer once, February 16th, 1996, in the game against the Bucks.
Speaking of that, what do you think about LeBron about to pass Kareem?
Is he
All-time-
really?
He's like 200 something points passing Kareem all time scoring.
Wow.
Man,
Been in the league
can
long
he do
enough.
it? Can he do it before the season's
They
over?
said he's probably gonna do it within the next month if he stays
No
healthy. If he stays healthy,
Dang, I didn't even. Yeah, see.
they're kind of keeping track of it, and I'm a LeBron guy all the way. So,
Are you?
Yeah. So I'm 27. This is his 20th year. So right around when I started probably watching NBA, he was
Yeah.
7 or 8. He was
Man, yeah. I was never really a LeBron fan. I'm a Knicks fan, so
okay.
way back when he made his decision to go to Miami,
Right.
the Knicks were right
They
there.
were in the mix.
Oh
right?
man, they were in the mix, and I remember watching that night, and he disappointed me, and I was done. I was just like, I'm not.
I
gonna cheer this
remember
guy
when
on
he did
anymore.
that. I was
Say he even that good. He
Yeah.
ain't he ain't going nowhere.
I know, right? That's what I said. That's what I said about Paul Pierce. Remember Paul Pierce
Yeah.
for KU?
Uh-huh.
I saw him at Oak Park Mall,
really
and somebody said, "Hey, we need to get his autograph." I'm like, "Why? He ain't coming out to do shit."
right.
Boy, was I wrong.
So who were your favorite players growing up?
Patrick Ewing.
Okay.
Yep, for the New York Knicks. That's it.
Not Jordan.
No, not Jordan, not LeBron. No. But anyway, Manuel, thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I appreciate you coming in. Chris, you good? Good. Can I hear you?
Yes.
Yes. Mark, good.
Yep.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Modcast. Until then, adios. Thanks for watching, and thank you for listening to the Big Modcast.
If you like what you saw and want to see previous episodes, click the link right here.